Hi guys, this is Trisha at HoopDancer Fitness in West Lothian. Thank you so much for joining us for our next beginner's hula hoop video. Last time we were looking at some clever little transitions to get the hoop off body and onto the hand, so I'd like to carry on today with looking at something else that we can do with our hand hooping just to help progress it a little bit and learn something a little bit more fancy. So, what are we going to look at today? We're going to be looking at a move called the weave. Now the weave is one of my all-time favourite hoop moves. It's one of the first things that I learned, and for some people it's kind of an automatic feeling, and once they get into it they just find they can do it. For other people like me, I got very confused by the different planes and all this kind of thing that was going on, and it took me a little bit of work. So it's one of these things that you might have to put some time into, but it's a wonderful move on its own, and it can also be used to add into more kind of complicated moves as we progress. So let's take a look at what the weave looks like. So we're going to break the weave down into a series of stages before we put them all together, just to kind of work through and explain it as clearly as possible, because it can be a bit mind-boggling trying to get your head around all of that. Let's take a look at the breakdown of the weave. So the most important thing for starting this move is the position of your hand. You are going to be holding the hoop in the palm of your hand with your palm facing up, and it is the thumb or the forefinger which is going to lead the hoop in this move and carry it forward. So we'll start out with the hoop down by our side. As I said, palm facing up. We're going to use the thumb to guide the hoop over in front in a figure 8 motion so that it ends up on our other side. Okay, so we are halfway there. At this point the thumb is going to continue and bring the hoop back in that figure 8 pattern. So we're going forward and back, forward and back. One of the key things to remember with the weave is getting the plane right. When it comes to doing the weave, a lot of people can find that the hoop can twist or turn as they're making the move, and that's not required. The whole time you are doing the weave, the hoop remains on a vertical plane. It's not folding onto the horizontal, it's not going diagonal, it is straight up and down. So let's take a look at that from the front. It might help a little bit with kind of understanding the angles and the positioning. So we're starting with the hoop down by our side. If you prefer, you can do it in your left hand. After you've practiced it on one side, I always say take it over and try it in the other hand as well. I'm going to go with the right hand, so it's down by the side, the palm is facing up, the thumb is leading, and it's coming towards you there. Whilst the weave, when performed as a move, definitely looks more effective sideways on so that the audience can see that figure of 8 motion, for the purposes of this lesson I think the straight on camera angle there definitely helps to just let you see how upright the hoop remains and how it doesn't kind of swerve onto different planes there. When you are first learning the weave, you may find the tendency or the temptation is to hang on for dear life, and this is going to make for a really kind of stilted, uneven looking move. Another key thing when it comes to doing the weave is having a relaxed grip on the hoop. For me, the hoop is actually only travelling over kind of probably these 3 fingers. The thumb isn't in play. I'll try and do that slow motion and close up, we'll just see if that works, so that you can see what the hand is actually doing on the hoop as we're making that swooshing motion in front. The main troubleshooting problem that you're going to encounter when you're working on the weave is the issue of the plane. As I said at the beginning of the video, for some people this can seem like a really natural move, for other people it can just be like pfft. So to help with that, you've got a number of options. The first one is always slow it down. If you find that it is going out of control and it's starting to flap all over the place, strip it right back, start again with your hand down by your side and start counting nice and slowly. Another common troubleshooting problem with the weave is that people feel that they need to put in a lot more energy and oomph and effort than is actually required. And this manifests in the arm swinging wildly out from the body. And it's just another thing that contributes to the difficulty with keeping the planes right and will just kind of make the hoop go out of control. So it is a very controlled move. And don't forget to try it in the other hand too, because what we're going to do with our weave as we progress a little bit more is we're going to bring in both hands and go for the double weave. So you're going to find that you will definitely have to work more on your non-dominant hand. I'm right-handed, so I did find it a lot easier to learn the weave in that hand, and I did have to put in a little bit of extra work on the other side. If you want to have a little bit more fun with your weave, you can combine our basic hand hooping that we did in week 1, I think it was, with your weave, and you can kind of break it up and do a little bit of weave, a little bit of just basic hand spins and back into the weave for both the forwards and the backwards weave. Thank you so much everyone for joining us again for this HoopDancer fitness lesson. I hope that you've enjoyed today's trick. In our next lesson we're going to be looking at a variation on the weave, and that is the backwards weave. But until then, I want you to keep practicing your forwards weave, get a real good feel for that kind of motion, let that muscle memory kick in, and it's going to help a lot when it comes on to the next move. Just a quick little shout out for my hoop that I'm using today. You might notice I have a different hoop today. It's very, very pretty. Just let you have a look there. This is a Sea Witch hoop by the fabulous Jennie Brennen. She is a hoop maker based in the UK, and I absolutely love my hoops from her. I will post a link below if you want to go and check out her hoops. She's got a massive range of lots of amazing different patterns and styles in beginner and advanced hoops as well. If you haven't already, do hit subscribe to our channel below. Come along and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We are HoopDancer Fitness, and I'll see you next time.